Everyone, Josh here, WarGamingNewb Historical, back with another hobby vlog. This time around, the channel is going medieval, and we're going to use Hail Caesar to do so. So, I recently decided that I wanted to do some medieval wargaming and try to find a system that would be easy to pick up and still be able to have that depth that medieval wargaming would entail. Suggestions were like Saga, Age of Crusades, Lion Rampant, and all that. But since I have been learning how to play Hail Caesar, and Hail Caesar actually covers like several thousand years of world history, I decided, we'll start medieval wargaming through Hail Caesar using their late antiquity to early medieval army list book. And in that book, you have a wide breadth of armies to choose from. And initially, I was going to do a 100-year war campaign. However, because it's only up to early medieval, I didn't really have any of the rules or the units for that time period. So I decided to go back a little bit further to the 11th century, and we're actually going to do the Reconquista on the channel using Hail Caesar. So the two armies that will be fielded will be the Christian Spanish and the Almoravid Moors. So there's a lot of stuff that happened during the Reconquista of Spain, and this is going to be a great series of battle reports and hopefully something that you're going to enjoy. I've been doing a lot of my research because obviously I wanted to field El Cid and Yusuf ibn Tashfin in a grand scale mass battle report. So you're going to see that pretty soon. However, as with all things, got to get the models, got to get them painted, and also got to learn the rules. And I know a bit because I've been trying to gear up for Hail Caesar starting early next year, doing the Romans and the Celts. But, as with many content creators, I got sidetracked with a new project, and that's this Reconquista medieval type of thing. So anyway, what I wanted to do was kind of go through what I will be using in terms of figures for the armies, and kind of go from there. The first thing I want to really talk about is Caballero Miniatures. So Marcos from Caballero Miniatures is a 3D model designer, and he has a specialty in medieval models. However, the majority of his models are going to be Reconquista. So he has a number of Christian Spanish models already released, and he is now firming up the Almoravid Moors, the Berbers, as the opposing army or figures for this set. He does have a Patreon. Address is right here, patreon.com/Caballero Miniatures, and his models are exquisite. I'll just zoom in on a couple pictures here. This is his lovely standard bearer. So this is the latest release from his Patreon. The December is basically the crossbowmen, and then like camp models that you can use. So I'm going to zoom in here. These are very well detailed models. He even includes in each of his releases casualty markers, and as you know, in Hail Caesar, casualty markers are required in order to track whether a unit to track a unit's morale and whether they're going to break or not. So the fact that you'll have 3D printed, beautifully designed casualty markers is a plus for me getting into Hail Caesar here. We'll look at the camp models here. Certain games require you to have a camp like De Bellis Antiquitatis or DBA. So this would be something that you can use as a camp for that particular game system. So here's a preview of his Berber Cavalry releasing in January. Again, the models are beautiful, very well designed, and actually when you print these out, they look very good. I don't have the best 3D resin printers, but even at the quality level that my printer can print these models at, they look pretty decent. And I'm gonna show you a couple of the crossbow models that I printed out. So Caviar Miniatures, I've subscribed to his Patreon, and I've bought previous releases from his My Mini Factory store in order to start building out the Christian Spanish army. In fact, we'll go to his My Mini Factory store right now. So, again, these are all 3D model STLs. So if you have a 3D printer, you can go ahead and buy what you need. They're very well priced, and then just print out. The majority of his models are medieval, especially Spanish, the Reconquista. However, his medieval models, at least for the European, the Spanish models, are generic enough that you can use them for other nations or other factions in whatever medieval wargaming system that you use. I'm going to click on this. So he has 32 like mini sets or releases for the Spanish, medieval Spanish. You got King Alfonso VI right here, a beautiful model. And then we'll go back. Let us take a look at the man himself, El Cid, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar. So, very dynamic pose, very well detailed. Can't go wrong, especially if you have a 3D printer. Here's an example of a painted model. In fact, there you go. So, as you can tell, the model is beautiful. All of his models are beautiful. So, these are his Spanish models. But again, you can use a lot of these as generic European medieval figures. These dismounted knights, I could see you using as or English or French, even Germanic, the Holy Roman Empire. And then, real quickly, he does have a few Berber or Moorish models here. Here's the Black Guard, 3 poses with the hippo shields. And again, very well detailed. And then here is the current standard bearer. You can use this as a general as well. Very beautiful figure. The banner looks excellent. And then lastly, he's got Berber camelry camelry with javelins. So in Hail Caesar, you would be able to use these as tiny or small units and as skirmishers. So I can't wait for the Moorish cavalry to release next month, because that'll give us another option for the Moorish models, the Almoravid Moors. And again, here are your Berber camelry casualties. So, all right, so that's his My Mini Factory. He also has an Instagram, so if you are interested in his work, go ahead and follow Marcos on Instagram, and he will be releasing information on the next sets that are going to be coming out of his Patreon. Check that out. All right, so that's Caballero Miniatures. They'll be pretty much supplying the foundation for my Christian Spanish army. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the models look like printed, and we'll go from there. Here's an example of Caballero Miniatures models. Again, he designs these as 3D models ready for print. So if you join his Patreon, or if you go to his My Mini Factory store, you can buy these STLs and print them either in 15mm or 28mm, which is pretty fantastic. And he does have these as supported models. So I have half a stand painted here, and then I have another stand mocked up. I'm going to bring up the painted guys here. Again, not the best paint job. I'm almost done with these two guys. I got to shade him and finish his helmet. But I think these are going to look great on the table once I'm done. So let's see if we can focus a little bit. Details pretty nice on these 3D printed models. So I'm going to bring up the other stand. It's got a variety of poses. Again, this is for the December Patreon. So just medieval crossbowmen. There are actually a few more models that are in standing pose and kneeling pose, and they have a banner bearer as well. So these are primed in Gray Seer from Citadel. So yeah, I mean, I think these models look great, and they're going to be great on the table for my Christian Spanish for Hail Caesar. All right. All right, so that was just an example of some models that are printed from Caviar Miniatures. I haven't printed any of the Moors just yet because I needed to actually purchase some of the STL files. However, I did end up scoring a lucky purchase at my local game store, Game Castle in Santa Clara. I'm going to show those off and tell you what I'm going to use them for. Okay, so for the other side, going to be doing Almoravid Moors. However, Caballero Miniatures doesn't have a lot of Moorish figures just yet. He's got a few Blackguard models, as well as a kind of like a general on a horse with a banner, and camel riders, which for Hail Caesar are going to be only a tiny unit that you can field as skirmishers. But next month in January, he will be releasing Moorish cavalry, and hopefully after that he'll have like the medium infantry release. In the meantime, I went to my local gaming store, Game Castle in Santa Clara, California. And as you all know, I like to go to their discount aisle, and to my surprise, 2 boxes of Gripping Beast Arab Spearmen and Archers, and these were about 75% off. So this kit usually retails for $40, $1 a figure. It's perfect. I got this for $18 for each of these, so got a great value. And I'm actually going to mock these up as Almoravid Moors. I wish they had more heads with the masks over, because the Moors were known to have masks. But in the end, I can paint them up. I looked at some pictures. They don't look any different from any other Arab type of like army. In terms of their aesthetic, just know that the Moors were Berbers and these are Arabs. So if that's an issue, it's an issue. But I'm going to mock these up as Almoravid Moors until Caviar Miniatures puts out more Moorish figures, Berber figures, then I'll switch them out. But at least now I have kind of a basis for the Moorish army, and yeah. So anyway, Hail Caesar Reconquista, pretty much a go-ahead because I have enough stuff. I print out the Spanish, and then we'll build these up as Moors. And there you have it, the Gripping Beast Arab Spearmen and Archers. I'm going to proxy them in as Moors until Caviar Miniatures puts out more Moor releases, Almoravid Moors, and after which I will probably just move to those models and then use the Arab Spearmen and Archers for a different game, maybe Saga, or just fielding them as Arabs against the Byzantines and the Crusader armies. So yeah, that's us getting into medieval wargaming using Hail Caesar. Again, we're going to be doing the Reconquista, and I'm looking forward to getting this all done and painted, and hopefully showing you guys battle reports in the next month or two. So, alright, if you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all updates for the Reconquista battle reports and project. And then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That is the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about Hail Caesar and any other game that we cover on the channel. So, alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more hobby vlog from WarGamingNewb Historical.